remember my first ever moment being sat in this arena, walking in. It was the MTV Europe Music Awards in 2008. The Liverpool #1's concert with loads of legendary Scousers. And I think I've been to every single gig ever since, Faye Dyer.
Wow.
Making me one of your most popular customers.
Well done you, thank you.
Discount, by the way. 15 years, Faye. Incredible stuff. And just so impressive as a Scouser to know that this has been here 50, and it's still getting bigger and better, isn't it?
Exactly, and that's what it's all about. Because if you think about it, if the arena wasn't here, we've had, at least 3,000 entertainment shows on since we opened. So the amount of people that then potentially wouldn't have been able to access that, either couldn't have got a ticket somewhere else, or couldn't have managed the travel or afforded the cost of getting somewhere else. So it's been about bringing culture to people and the people of Liverpool. And how fabulous has that been?
Do you know, before the arena, we had the Summer Pops tent, which when you look at that now compared to this, we used to love that. But when you look at that compared to this, you're like, how did we get by? And I remember them trips to Manchester, to see your favourite artist. And yeah, that still happens now and then, but to have this on our doorstep, we're so lucky.
Exactly, and I bet when we had the, Summer of Pops tent, we couldn't have hosted something like Eurovision in that sort of infrastructure, could we? So it's just been a fabulous investment from a city perspective, not just in terms of, creating joy and experiences for local people and access to culture, but obviously it's been a massive part of Liverpool's renaissance. And we've all seen how the city has just transformed over the last 15 years, in terms of the visitor economy and bars and restaurants and hotels and all the jobs that it's created for local people. And of course, it's not just about the entertainment side of the business as well. It's about business events, and that's about showcasing Liverpool as a place to invest. It's about knowledge transfer. It's about bringing people in for a business visit that then are often international delegates that then come back for a leisure visit as well. So two really important sides of the business for us, both of which have been incredibly successful over the last 15 years.
It's funny because we often do just think of coming to see Elton John at the arena, and we forget about the corporate side, the private bookings that you have next door, some of these huge conferences. Just give us some of those that have taken place over the last few years.
Yeah, so something like Labour Party Conference, for example, it's been here for 4 years now, and that's an opportunity as a city region, to engage, to lobby with government. It's an opportunity for the business community to get those key messages across. But most importantly, it's about showcasing Liverpool, the PR value for that and putting Liverpool on the world stage. And the amount of people that come and have a wonderful experience and go, wow, actually, it's not necessarily what I thought it was going to be. This is great. I'm going to go home. I'm going to recommend it to other people to come. So it's so important, that inward investment side.
Tell me about some of your favourite gigs in the past, because I know you've been as a punter as well as the boss now, which must be strange. What was your first memory?
So I think the first time I came, was 2017 or 18. And I brought my daughter along to Disney on Ice. And I can remember it was the weekend when it was the Santa Run and when you used to go over the flyover. So it was a really, really busy time to come into Liverpool, but everybody was just so friendly, so welcoming. And she was sort of a little dot then with a princess dress on coming into the arena. And I was blown away with this sort of immersive experience, because wherever you sit in this arena, you get a brilliant seat. And having been to likes of Manchester or Leeds before, it was just such a different experience to come to Liverpool. And then just before I joined, I brought my son to his first concert here, which was George Ezra. And that was just a really lovely, mum and son moment to come. And that's what it's about, isn't it? You don't forget those magical experiences that you have with somebody. So yeah, it's just, love what you do. What a great industry to be in.
It's creating memories, isn't it? Now, my memories are quite small because I'm often hitting the bar while I'm at the gigs. But some of the gigs, Oasis have played here, George Michael, the late great George Michael, Elton John's just done his farewell tour. The list is endless, and we're asking for your memories, your favourite gigs all week on The Guide Liverpool. What is next? What is to come? Because obviously we've had your revision. You're working hard to build on that. What else can we expect? How's this going to grow?
Yeah, totally. So we're still going to have a really diverse, busy programme of entertainment events. But one of the things that we're focusing on is actually how can we minimise our impact on the environment and how can we maximise the social value that we create. So we're doing a lot of work around whether it's the facilities, whether it's around our food offering, our processes, really focusing on sort of decarbonisation, because that's so important for us all and we all want to play our part. But also we're a community asset and we're here to serve our local community. So really pushing in terms of the community, whether it's donations, whether it's access to tickets, whether it's making sure that our jobs are out there and that, we are really being inclusive about who we bring into the venue. So that's a really big focus area for us. And then from a business events perspective, you know, the city's done wonderfully well in terms of the visitor economy, but we want to move on a little bit from that now while still protecting that and maintaining that. So that business events side is really important. So a lot of work we're doing with the city and the combined authority is about now trying to attract other businesses to relocate and to come and invest in Liverpool. So that's going to be a big focus area for the next couple of years, working again with the combined authority and the city council.
With Eurovision, something like Eurovision, obviously that puts us on a global stage, bigger than the most events we've ever had here in Liverpool. There must be now, I don't know, other events from whether that be a business event or music event, whatever it might be, in contact.
Yeah, the legacy for it is huge. So from, I guess, a basic level, we are getting inquiries from people that we've never heard of before and would have never reached out to us because they've seen, you know, what a fabulous city Liverpool is and actually what a great job we can do in terms of running really complex global events. So brilliant new inquiries to start with and a busier diary with different things. From a people perspective, you know, for me, it was about showcasing the industry that we love and showcasing the Liverpool that we love, you know, somewhere that is really rich in culture and music. So it's attracting new people to come and work in the sector because not only is it really exciting, but it's such purposeful work as well. So great in terms of recruitment and reduced numbers of vacancies. We've got another recruitment fair coming up on Thursday this week. So really good in terms of profile in the industry. And then it's also been great because like during the pandemic, you know, we struggled sometimes to get government to understand what events was all about. So it's been like a really immersive learning experience in many ways to come and have a living, breathing example of this is the power of major events. You know, from a really basic, you know, civic pride and well-being to actually this is what it does in terms of really showcasing and demonstrating. This is about placemaking. You know, this is about how you bring life to a place and how you really show what Liverpool is. And that does attract people to come and live and study and work, etc. So it's really reminded the government and really important people that we want to help support the industry. This is why major events are so important. And it's been really successful in doing that Eurovision.
Well,
and of course, visitors, we're going to get loads more.
Isn't that great though, that Liverpool kind of created the blueprint for the UK now?
Yes.
So I presume the UK then are looking at us and taking our lead.
Absolutely. So as a city, we've now got a blueprint, like you say, of how do you maximise the impact and legacy of major events. So a lot of work's going on at the moment around our next big event, which is Labour Party Conference, to say, you know, how do we really maximise that? How do we take all the opportunities for the business community, but also from our residential community as well? So lots of learnings from Eurovision about how we make the most of that. And then for events like Comic-Con, you know, how do we really all get behind that as a city and really animate it across the whole city? So really exciting times to come. I can't wait.
What's the one name, and I don't know if this might be a question for you, your team, that hasn't played this arena that you'd love to see in terms of music or sports stars or whatever that might be? Who would you love to say, wow, we got them coming?
That's a really good question. I guess from a personal perspective, favourite band, and it probably shows my age a bit, I'd say Kings of Leon. So if they could come and play in the arena, I would be very, very happy. Or U2, but that might be slightly too bigger now. But yeah, I think it's like personal preferences, isn't it? I think what's great is that usually there's something for everybody. Do you know what I mean? Whatever your taste is, our role is to just put on a really diverse programme. So hopefully something for everyone to look forward to.
Kings of Leon, YouTube, Bono, get your bum to Liverpool, please. Faye, thank you so much. What's your message to Liverpool as you celebrate this huge, huge anniversary?
Our message is just thank you so much. You know, the amount of support that we've had over everybody over the last 15 years, you know, we couldn't have done this without everybody's help and support. You know, this is a city in city region asset, so please keep on using it.
Faye Dyer, M&S Bank Arena, ACC Liverpool, turning 15. We want your memories on the Guide Liverpool. Thank you, Faye.
Thank you.